Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Let's go, baby. I am excited, my friends. We're doing some trades in Diablo 2 today, so gonna have to keep my eyes on the things in the Diablo 2 world while we go about our business. But I hope all you guys are having a lovely, wonderful day, my friends. We just chilling. We big chilling. Player satisfaction survey. Whoa! Well, doesn't that sound interesting? Yes. Let's fill this out. I wonder if I could copy and paste. That to my actual website and do that for you guys. Doesn't appear to want to let me copy and paste. How about this? Copy. Go to my actual web page. Paste. Hey, look at that. I can do that online in front of you guys. That would be awesome. Do a player satisfaction survey. Sounds wonderful. Let's see. Spring cleaning. Got stuff going on. Got some kind of daily. Oh, the nurse. I guess I could play a nurse game. That wouldn't be the end of the world. That would be fine. First, let's go do this this here survey. Player satisfaction, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time to give your feedback to Dead by Daylight. The purpose of this survey is to measure player satisfaction and your opinion on several topics pertaining to Dead by Daylight. It should take 20 minutes. Oh, we got 20 minutes of content, baby. Make sure my trade's not happening. But we'll close that for now. Let's see. Make sure my trade's not happening. Blah, 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 blah. Next. Sounds good. Overall, how satisfied are you with Dead by Daylight? I'm definitely not as happy as I used to be. I'm going to be honest. As a killer main, things have almost never been worse at this point. To what degree do you follow with the Dead by Daylight is fun? No. Dead by Daylight is worth the time I spend on it? No. I feel that the game is fair? No. In what country do you reside? In the greatest country in the world? The best nation? Donation. Let's go, baby. That's from a movie with honors. Brandon Fraser and I think it's Joe Pesci. I always thought that joke was funny. Hey kid, what's the greatest nation in the world? Donation. What role do you play the most? Killer. PC? The rest is none of your business. When did I start playing? Oof. Are we a 4-year veteran at this point? I could look it up real quick. This isn't rocket science. All we got to do is go to our library, Dead by Daylight, look at our achievements, and they will tell me let's see. They will tell me what 2018, October 2018. Gosh, we've been playing for 4 years, guys. Holy moly. How often do you play Dead by Daylight with friends? Almost never. How many days a week do you spend at least 30 minutes? Every day. How many days a week do you spend at least 30 minutes playing other video games? Probably that. Have you tried the latest chapter? Yes. How did you hear about this chapter? That was probably the thing they were the most interested in. Hey, Immortal Wilds, what up, Ricky Bobby? If you ain't first, you last, baby. Shake and bake. How satisfied are you with the latest chapter? Yeah. Well, that's a lie. The latest killer's garbage. The latest survivor doesn't matter. But the perks of the killer are quite nice. How do you rate perks versus an entire killer, guys? I'm gonna have to go with neutral on this one. The general theme of the chapter is very nice. The gameplay as killer, the gameplay against killer is just super easy. The technical performance of the chapter, very dissatisfied. Did you play Dead by Daylight prior to acquiring this chapter? Yes. How familiar are you with Ringu? Extremely, because I watched the Japanese movies. When did you first play the Sudoku Rising? Yeah, on launch day. How fun is it to play with this perk? Floods of Rage? I guess it's somewhat fun, but it's not very useful. Call of Brine? Very. Merciless Storm? Very. What potential does each new killer perk have to work well with other character perks synergistically? There's definitely moderate chance for synergy with Barbecue and Chili. Call of Brine? Considerable. How would you rate the quality of the following features? The chapter appearance, high quality. The power, high quality. The character backstory, very low quality. Now remember, she got hit on the back of the head. It split her skull open. She was thrown down a well where she landed on her head. She was there for decades, and then water came in, and that's what killed her, was the water. Like, I don't know, man. The backstory was pretty oof. How engaging do you feel with the general feeling of the theme of the Anya? I mean, she's engaging. Don't get me wrong. She just isn't effective. Relative to other killers, how powerful? Much weaker than the average killer. The following is a list of qualities that may or may not apply. Let me check this real quick. Gotta make sure I buy this dagger as soon as I can. Let's see. The killer can surprise attack survivors with no warning. Moderately true. Killer's power reduces the effectiveness of power. Not at all. Reduces the effectiveness of hiding out of sight. Not at all. Yeah, I do think that's mostly true. No, it's not difficult to master, it's just not good. No. Not at all. A great deal of luck? No, not really. In order to use... Well, yeah, because it's a hit-and-run killer, so... Very true. From random environmental events. What is a random environmental event, ladies and gentlemen? I got no idea what that means. Survivor Friends is easily the best counter for that. They're guaranteed to injure a survivor. When their power activates? You mean when they go through a TV? Not true at all. Ain't nothing guaranteed in life except death and taxes. How's it going? It's going good, my buddy. How are you doing? Yeah, I had a tough time with some of those questions. How would you rate the following perks in terms of usefulness? Parental guidance. Oh, we need to read it. Oh, well, that explains a lot, because I've been missing blood pools lately. So this would explain why I've been missing blood pools. Okay. So how would I rate it? Very useful. Not at all, because I've never once had a survivor come to me while I'm using it. Extremely useful. Considerable chances. I mean, there's a little chance for synergy, but if they don't come to you because they have self-care, it's useless, right? Yeah, considerable chances. How would you rate the following features? The guy's appearance, his power, well, he doesn't have a power. You know, I mean, I don't know why they say power. He's the same as every other survivor. His backstory, I didn't read it, so I don't want to lie. How engaging do you feel with the general theme? Not at all engaged. There. How often do you participate in special events? Every single time. To what extent do you agree or disagree with the following? I look forward. Yeah, if you guys had ever run any instead of just rifts. I feel special when I acquire items. Sure. It gives me a sense of pride and accomplishment. Uh-huh. Okay. No! I don't want snowmen in my game. You know how good teams were with those stinking snowmen? And that was during my Demogorgon thing too, when I had to win 10 games a day every day. That junk was stressful, man. Especially when it's impact my deadlight experience. They certainly do. I mean, I've never seen an out-of-game reward. Nobody's ever sent me a t-shirt, so I guess I strongly agree. Nah, I pretty much do them all. How frequently would you like Dead by Daylight? Once a week? What are you talking about? Every week. We need more content. And improved engage. Unsportsmanlike behaviors. A 1 would have the strongest positive impact. No, let's not let the whiny crybabies tattletale to daddy because somebody hit them on the hook and it hurt their feels. The ability to endorse and reward other players for good behaviors with XP or blood points. Yes, that would very strongly impact it. An improved review follow-up system. I mean, it would be nice to know that they took the report and threw it right in the trash can. This is what I like to see them say. Dear user, we read your experience with the killer, and we all had a good chuckle. If you could, please submit more reports. We are very sad people. What? Oh, it's gonna force me to pick a number 1. What the guaco? Fine, this is 2 then. How about that? The ability to stay in a group with players you've been randomly matched with in future matches. Yeah, there. If Dead by Daylight allowed me to endorse my teammates or opponents for good sportsmanship, I would like to be matched with other places based on their endorsement history alone. Yes. Yes. That must be why I got such bad games the other day, because I'm one of the most reported killers in Dead by Daylight. For 6 months, I faced camp with Bubba nonstop. Otofu, Hexy, lots of people failed in my Bubba. Which of the following features do you think would reduce unsportsmanlike behaviors in Dead by Daylight? Chat, specifically. Limit chat. Oh, you're such weenies, man. You're such weenies. Oh my gosh, you snowflakes. Oh my gosh, stickers. I'm gonna vomit. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. My goodness, I can feel the weenie. The weenie coming from this page, man. Guys, this is a PvP game. My lord. What, am I supposed to coddle you? How frequently do you experience unsportsmanlike? Never! Never! I've never experienced unsportsmanlike behavior in chat. Oh my gosh. Oh. Have you purchased any cosmetic? Yes. Where do you go when you want to discover new cosmetic items that you may want to purchase? I just browse the in-game store typically. Let's read chat. Let's see. Yeah, I had a tough time with some of those questions. Solo, she's easy to beat. They did that with mobile limiting chat. It's pathetic. Are you aware that Dead by Daylight posts video trailers? Yeah, I'm aware. Do you watch the store trailers? I watch some of them. On which channel do you watch the store trailer? Probably on the official website. Okay, how much you disagree with store trailers? If it has an item for my main survivor, I strongly agree. Every item's for Feng Min, though. Neutral. Strongly agree. 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 Imagine that Dead by Daylight could include bot players in the game overall, and not just in the Survivor and Killer tutorials. Please rate the following. Including bots in Dead by Daylight overall would be useful to replace survivors and or killers who disconnect. I agree. Including bots would be useful in custom matches. I agree. Including bots would be useful. I agree. Including bots would be useful. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. I strongly disagree. I'd rather play bots than real people. I'll go be honest with you. Back when I first started playing League of Legends, I played 5,000. Well, it might have been 3,000 bots games. I played thousands. Since you started playing Dead by Daylight, have you ever played or against a Swift group? Have I ever? My lord, it's all I face. Yes, yes, yes. Have I ever? Contributes to a toxic environment for other survivors. You mean when it's like a 3-man Swift and they let the other person die on hook? I strongly agree. Well, you know. See, here's the problem. If I strongly agree to toxicity, then I'm agreeing that you can be toxic in the game. So I will never admit that. Contributes to an enjoyable Dead by Daylight experience. Disagree. When I queue up as solo survivor, the following information will be most helpful. I could not give a crap. How about they're on a generator? How about that? Can I click more than one? When I queue up as a solo survivor, the following information will be the most helpful, making me feel like I'm part of a Swift. As a solo survivor, having extra information about my team's actions would make me feel like part of the team. I agree. Do you know someone who stopped playing Dead by... Yes! I know him. He's me. I quit this game every day. Every single day I quit this game. Which of the following describes why your friends stopped playing Dead by Daylight? Yes. Well, it's not matchmaking accuracy. It's the fact that there's an MMR system. Let me put it that way. Okay, let's be specific. MMR sucks. Boons suck. This is not a good hockey simulator. Where is my fun party game? Oh, I put too many characters in here, guys. I put too many characters. Maximum of 100. Could it tell me how many characters are in there? Let's see. I had the worst match of my life yesterday. Camping Trapper, and they let me get the second hook on first hook. Then saved me in front of the Trapper without borrowed time. Ugh, that is terrible. That sucks. How would you rate your experience with matchmaking in the last 3 months? Matchmaking time, very positive. Teammates, match with the equal skill level, I'm going to have to agree that positive for sure. Matched against equal skill level, I'm going to have to agree that it's very accurate. Since the creation of skill-based matchmaking, how would you evaluate matchmaking quality of your matches in terms of how fair the match is? Much less than before. How fun a match is? Much less than before. Okay. I feel frustrated when I feel like I have not been matched with players similar to my skill level. I strongly disagree. I want the brand new survivor who buys Dead by Daylight so I can immediately get them to uninstall it to save them thousands of hours in the rest of their life to not have to play Dead by Daylight. Being matched with players similar to my level depends on whether I play killer or survivor. No, because we have matchmaking system right now. It doesn't vary. It's very good at doing what it does. Being matched with players similar to my level depends on the time of day I play Dead by Daylight. I disagree. Being matched with players similar on my level only matters to me when I play to win. I disagree. Skill-based matchmaking has affected my experience. I strongly agree it's affected it. I would rather wait in longer queues and make sure that... No! Being matched with players similar to my ability makes me want to play Dead. No! Listen. This is what you should do, Dead by Daylight. Survivors with the most time should go versus killers with the least time. Killers with the most time should go against survivors with the least time. Everybody wins. We all feel like Giga Chads. That's how you make a successful hockey simulator. Please rank the following pain points about the current SBMM in terms of how much they affect your Dead by Daylight experience. Give me just a second. Got to make sure I'm not missing a trade. I think skill-based matchmaking should be calculated different. I don't know the rating of my team or opponents. Well, that's going to be the lowest because I do tests. I actually know what their rating is. Disrespectful environment? Oh my gosh. Grow a pair, please. I don't know my matchmaking rating. Well, that's not true. Just when you think you've hit the bottom, you haven't hit the bottom yet. Skill-based matchmaking creates an environment that is too competitive. 1. I don't understand how... Oh my gosh, is this game full of morons? 6, 5, 4. I sometimes get matched with players who I have muted, blocked, reported. How would I know? I'm not a weenie. I don't block and report people unless they say the most racist word in the universe. Yes, I think it should be calculated differently. I don't know if I face these people, but I ran out of options. What other concerns do you have about current matchmaking that have not been mentioned so far? Match the highest MMR killers versus lowest MMR survivors match the highest MMR survivors versus lowest MMR killers. With the fastest possible queue time for all. That way, everyone feels powerful and has fun. There, I gave good feedback. In the last 3 months, have you recommended? No! No, I don't recommend this game. Which of the following are hindering you from recommending? And we only got 100. Hidden MMR in a fun game removes the fun. So simple. At least show MMR. There. What is your gender? I'm an attack helicopter. Oh, it's not on here. Why don't I get a other category for here? I need attack helicopter. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to hide this part. You guys ain't allowed to see this. There we go. You guys ain't allowed to see this part. This is a secret. How would you describe your experience? I'm a veteran of the Dead by Daylight hockey wars. Do you ever have it enabled? Always. Anything else that I would like to share? I'm talking out loud so you guys hear it. I want this game to get its 50% audience back. But you need to listen to me because I have 7K hours on Killer. I am Dead by Daylight. Boom. Well, there you go, guys. We did it live on stream. All's well that ends well. Praise the Lord. I'm the Starship Enterprise on my Facebook. I told him, do you know how important I am? I'm a big deal. Okay, let's play a nurse game, and then I'm going to play your Sleeper Agent Ash game from yesterday. We need to land some nurse blinks. That's all I care about. And since that's all I care about, let's go with barbecue and chili. Oh, I hate Nurse so much. She is a she's not a fun killer. I hate to say it. She's not. She takes too much skill. You know that thing that I don't have? That's what she requires. I need to spend some blood points. Brother Love has a bit of a headache today. Probably coming off the fact that I haven't been taking my anger medication lately. It stopped working. I mean, I can't complain. It lasted more than a year. That's impressive. I'm impressed. I just need more. Hey, Hamburger. God bless you. I hope you're having a good day. I had a Ghostface yesterday that didn't know what night trap. Dude, Ghostface dailies are the worst. I'm so bad at Ghostface. I am so bad. Listen, if people don't feel powerful playing this game, they don't want to play it. That's why nobody wants to play Killer. I want your game to succeed, Behavior. Let me help you. Listen to some feedback, baby. Oh, you guys hear the latest news? This is super interesting. You know, the Russian ruble is now stronger than it was before they started the war. True story. So that made the neocons in the Federal Reserve in the U.S. super upset that their little plan didn't work. So they told the bank, J.P. Morgan, who processes the payment from Russia, to not process their debt payments. Okay, so do you know who's going to sue J.P. Morgan? Because it's not going to be Russia. We are the stockholders of J.P. Morgan, the people who own stock in J.P. Morgan. They're the ones going to sue J.P. Morgan for doing this. So America has put J.P. Morgan in a situation where they can't win. And furthermore, there's legal precedent in the world. This is called something... Anyway, it's a word. And basically it means you won't let me pay you. So first we steal 50% of their GDP, $1 trillion. We steal it. It was in US dollars. We stole it. Then we won't let them pay in US dollars. Yeah, that's called illegal. And those kind of actions used to only be allowed to take place during a war. So, guys, if you're curious, we are in World War III right now. They might not call it a war, but it's an economic war, and we're going to lose. Because we don't have products. We don't produce but 5% of what we need. We are a consuming society. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm thinking about investing in rubles, and I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. No, we got a nurse daily, Hamburger, unfortunately. I don't understand how anybody could be that stupid. And I'm going to tell you guys something you don't know. Last year, we stole all of Afghanistan's money. We seized their assets because they weren't doing what we wanted them to do. This year, we seized Russia's money. Let me ask you guys a question. If you want your dollar bill to be the world standard dollar, what do you need from your consumers? Trust that you're not going to steal their money. Oh my goodness. And yesterday, the 10-year bond went up like 15%, like 0.15. So it went to like 2.5, 2.6. I'm going to tell you guys, when that 10-year treasury hits 8%, life as you know it in the U.S. is going to drastically change. Every other country is being honest with their citizens except ours. Literally yesterday, Fox News, CNN, oh, we're all doing fine. Inflation's under control. Life is great. You gotta be kidding me, man. Like, these people, how do they sleep at night? How do they sleep at night? Ugh. Oh, and other big news, an entire battalion of the Ukraine surrendered to Russia yesterday. You know, some thousands and thousands of people. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to die for a president that doesn't care about me either. The dude has his $100 million. That's all he cares about. I don't blame them. I would do the exact same thing if I was him. Because Russia ain't going to play around, son. They know what's coming. There's going to be a great massacre, and they don't want to be a part of it. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. They are the smart ones. Yeah, I'm not planning on killing these people. I just want to one hook them all. Oh, we also found out yesterday why that battalion, you know, there was an airstrike of a Russian refinery in Russia, and it was very successful, but Ukraine didn't take credit for doing it. The reason they didn't take credit is because they had a truce with Russia not to attack each other's gas and oil plants, which they broke. And since they broke it, yesterday or the day before, Russia attacked 2 of Ukraine's main refineries. But what I hear, it was more of a scare tactic than an actual destruction. They didn't completely destroy them, which is cool. I just wanted to hit him. I just wanted to hit the dude. I'm gonna be honest. Where are you going, baby? We just doing a daily. Bruh, you guys doing some healing over there. How dare you, sir? Yeah, you guys threw that pallet like it was nothing. Hey, you did it. Thank you, guys. Now I just need Bill and we'll be good. Do 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 do. Bill, what you doing, bro? We are done, ladies and gentlemen. Easy daily. Easy daily. This is why people play the nurse, I swear. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done, guys. I was just having fun with you. You gotta relax a little bit. Let's have some fun, dudes. All's well that ends well. Yeah, we could have ended the game there, but I really don't wanna. I just wanna have fun. Let me check and see if this Diablo 2 trade is happening yet. Really need to buy this dagger from this dude. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but the day seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no fog. Mama cooked the babies with no clod. I can't believe today was a good day. Let's go, baby. Yeah, the U.S., we just keep digging that hole deeper, don't we? And so some political experts I listened to yesterday said that it's been decided by the world at large that Germany is going to be the sacrificial lamb, and they're going to take the brunt of the economic damage from the situation with Russia. That sounds like a really bad idea to me. I don't know if you guys are fans of history or not, but I remember the last time that we made Germany hold the bag, World War I, Treaty of Versailles. That didn't end up so well for the rest of the world. That sounds like a really bad plan. On the other hand, I am a little upset with Germany because they let Angela Merkel close 6 nuclear power plants. Now, if you don't want to rely on natural gas, you need energy from somewhere, right? I mean, it doesn't just grow on trees, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go out there and pick a day's worth of energy off of the tree there. You gotta do it somehow. So they have put themselves in a unwinnable situation. So to make matters worse, yesterday, Germany seized Russian assets as pertains to the gas industry yesterday. That might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Let me get this straight. Russia, who's promised you they're not going to cut off gas, and your response is to steal something from Russia. Let me explain how a pipe works to you guys. I'm talking to Germany right now. I turn on the little valve. Gas goes to the place where it goes. Okay? You stealing the end of the pipe doesn't give you gas. In fact, it makes me not want to turn on that little valve. Germany, how can you be that stupid? How can a country be that stupid? Can anybody answer that for me? Well, I ain't got no room to talk. My own country seems to be winning the war of stupidity right now. In between stealing stuff from everybody, would you shut up? Just do the generator and shut up. You're irritating me. If you can't hit a skill check, I will kill you. I will kill you. It's Bill. Bill, you ready to die, Bill? Is that what you're telling me? Because I will kill you, Bill. So some people don't like losing, and this is scary. It's scary if you think about it, because people who don't have a moral compass and who refuse to lose will do the most desperate acts, the most despicable things. And so what I'm afraid might happen is I'm afraid somebody might launch a semi-nuke at Russia because they don't want to, quote unquote, lose this economic ideological war that's going on right now. That's what I'm afraid might happen. And that would be bad news bears for everybody. But that sounds like the type of desperate act that somebody with no morality would do. It seems like there was one more piece of news that came out yesterday that I wanted to talk about, but I can't seem to remember it right now. Oh, the Federal Reserve's telling people they got inflation under control. That's a pretty big lie. What other news was there? There was something else. I just can't remember it. Yeah, this is a very interesting time to be alive, isn't it, guys? It's an interesting time to be alive. Incidentally, you know how I told you guys you should buy consumables? Brother Love, he's a man of his own word. We purchased some consumables. We're looking to diversify our portfolio of rice and beans. Thinking about getting a water converter of some type. I forget what they're called. But basically you run water through it and then you seal the water so it doesn't go stagnant. And we're looking at, I think it's called like a burpee or something. Burpee. We're looking into other things too. I'm looking into the ruble. There's one president in this world who I think's approval rating is 80%. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but his denomination is doing quite well right now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I can't click the check mark because I don't think I got room. GG. We need to spend some blood points and then play some Sleeper Agent Ash. Alright, let's put these blood points on the Oreo. Because she's the only killer that doesn't have all the perks. But yeah, lots of interesting news. I love it. I love the news. Yeah, I could have slugged them all, but I just really didn't wanna. Sometimes it feels good to be a little nice. We owe this killer like 8 million more blood points. It's something ridiculous like that. Some astronomical number of blood points. Excuse me. And I'll have you know that the consumables that we bought yesterday were all made in America. That's the best part of all. So if anything happens to me from eating these consumables, at least it was from America. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifices have to be made sometimes. And I'm willing to make that sacrifice. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Oh, Australia had some interesting news yesterday. You remember those police who were going around sending helicopters after old people for walking during the COVID restrictions and beating up pregnant women? You remember that? Well, they came out and said that they want citizens to just completely forget that that happened. You know, everybody makes a mistake every now and then. Water under the bridge. I swear it'll never happen again. Oh, Australia, you kill me. You would never know that country started off as a prison country, would you? You would never know it. England came out and told its citizens the truth. England said, "You're about to experience the worst decline in standard of living that we've ever seen since we started keeping track of statistics in 1950. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like they did their citizens a favor by telling them, like, it's better to know than to not know. Hey, Iron Anger, how are you doing, buddy? Yeah, no harm, no foul. And I'll tell you the worst news of all that's not getting covered on the news. This is the saddest part of all. You guys remember that whole pizza situation? Because we got a particular segment of our population, CIA, that likes to take advantage of innocent people. Well, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. There have been flights from the border of unsupervised children to 3 separate locations in the U.S. I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen to that. I don't even know why I brought it up. Listen, it's all conspiracy theory, guys. It's all Alex Jones' fault, right? That evil Alex Jones. I saw an article yesterday, teachers are quitting in Florida because they can't talk about sexually explicit content with kindergartners. You know, I was under the mistaken impression that what we teach kindergartners is how to tie your shoes. Am I wrong about that? Is that not kindergarten? At what point do we need to bring in the other things? I'm curious. What possible reason could we have? Oh. So weird. It's almost like we want to indoctrinate an entire generation to not have a moral compass. It's so weird. Let's go. So, big sad stuff happening. In case you don't know, the worship of Molech still takes place today in America. It's actually easy to find if you Google it. They have this whole camp place they like to go and do their Molech worship at. It's weird, man. You know, I always thought rich people like just getting richer, you know? I don't know why we gotta bring Molech into this situation. And why Molech? Well, there's a reason. He is a particular... I can't say it. I can't say why. I will definitely get banned. Looks like we're almost done. Yeah, I've heard that before. I've also heard it said another way that I can't repeat because I would definitely get banned. But something precipitates every great empire before they crumble. And that thing is happening. And it has to do with people's feelings getting hurt in PvP video games. When the worst thing that you have to worry about in your life is your feelings getting hurt in Dead by Daylight, you have no clue what real life is like for most of the world. That's all I have to say. Like, I can't go into specifics. But hey, we're done. Let's do our Sleeper Agent Ash for Mortal Ops, and then we'll do our request. Hamburger, thank you so much for the request. I didn't ignore you. I saw what you were doing.
Kiss my regrets.
Let's go, baby. This is for you, Immortal Ops. This is for you. Listen, if you got food, water, shelter, and protection, you're going to be in a real good spot no matter where you are in the world. So I'm thankful to God for what we have. And like I told you guys, your dollar bill is never going to be more valuable than it is right now today. Go out and invest in tangible assets. Consumable, tangible, renewable assets. Start a rabbitry. You know, I paid $50 for 2 rabbits. They produce several $100s worth of rabbit meat for me every season. We have 4 females and 2 males out there right now. I'm just waiting until the summer is over, and I'm going to breed them like gangbusters. We have fertilizer. We have urea. We have chicken, which we can compost their fertilizer. Because they have what's called a hot fertilizer. It has to be composted first before you can use it effectively. Lots of fresh eggs every day. And you can glass eggs, and I have all the stuff to do it. And glassing, basically, you use a powder to prolong the life of the egg. What it does is it covers the pores of the egg, and so a day-old egg will stay a day old for an entire year. And I've heard of people still being able to eat the eggs 2 years later. So we're storing up eggs now for the winter. Brother Love, when he gets off stream today, is going to keep looking into getting a couple of more boomsticks. You know what I'm saying? And trying to talk my wife into letting me buy a Rottweiler, but it ain't going so well. I would really prefer a pair of Rottweilers. I'm trying real hard to convince her. I have not yet convinced her, though. She's afraid of the family dynamic, but I told her, I said, listen, they're loyal to the family. Like, the family's not going to be the problem. They're not going to hurt us. I've never been hurt by a pit bull. Like, it's how you treat the dog and how you train it. I'm trying my best to convince her because I want protection before it's too late. I want to buy stuff while there's still time to buy stuff. I'd rather have 10,000 bullets when you need bullets than no bullets when you need bullets. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call myself a gun nut by any means. I have very little, but I would call myself a survival enthusiast. If there's one person I want to see survive, it's me, my family, and friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my goal. I wanna make it. Huh? You're telling me this totem was like... Where is this totem at? It keeps going off. Sometimes I have a real hard time finding totems. So check this out, guys. For $25, you can buy 50 pounds of Made in America rice. 50 pounds. 50 cents a pound. Or you can go to Costco and pay $1 a pound. Or you can go to Walmart and pay $2 a pound. We got ruined somewhere, huh? Now, I'm no mathematician, but I'm a big fan of my dollar going 4 times as far as it goes at Walmart. How do you guys feel about that? Are you a fan of your dollar going further? Because I'm a big fan of that. Got some kind of friendly killer again, apparently. So we got rice and beans. We got meat. I make the meat myself in my backyard. I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be in a real good place. We're looking into water management today. You know, like collecting rainwater, filtering it, storing it properly, stuff like that. This killer is very interesting, I'll say that. So I'm missing one totem. I don't know where it's at. Found it. Somewhere over here, huh? There it is. GG's. GG's. Yep, you take that US dollar that's really only worth about 25 cents right now, and you guys buy as much food as you can right now and as much resources as you can, because your dollar's never going to be more valuable than it is right now. I heard that in the last 3 months, we printed as many US dollars as we already had in existence. Do you know what that does to inflation? Not a good thing. It's not a good thing. The Federal Reserve has one job: to stop inflation. It's been doing the exact opposite of its job for years now. It's almost like they want us to crash. In my lifetime, I might see the $10 bill become the new dollar bill. Isn't that sad? You guys remember when you could go to the store with a penny and buy a piece of candy for a penny? I remember that. They would have multiple kinds of candy too that you could get out the bin for a penny. Whoa, hold up there, partner. Hold up there, chief. What we doing? What we doing? I have met the worst killer in Dead by Daylight history. Woo! That was special. Welcome to DBD, my friend. I need to rank up off stream. Nah, I'm good. You're suggesting that I play Survivor off stream? That will never happen. Not in 100 billion, million, trillion years. Never gonna happen. I barely play this game off stream. I used to. Then they decided to make it a competitive game where you can't see your MMR. Pretty much ruined the fun for me. So I'm looking into getting some Glock 17s, but if you guys have a suggestion, I did a lot of research, but if you guys have suggestions, I'll be more than happy to listen. Especially when it comes to AR-15s. I don't really have one picked out yet that I want, so I am all ears. The important things to me are accuracy, reliability, ease of use. I don't want a lot of recoil. Stopping power is not as important to me because when I hit the target, which I will, I ain't gonna have to worry about stopping power. It's gonna do its job. So I'm just more interested in accuracy. And from what I read, it is the most reliable in those terms. Smith & Wesson, yeah. Grenade launcher. No. I don't think I'm gonna buy that. I mean, I'll give you a hit. Because there ain't no NOED. I know there isn't. I broke all the totems. Yep. That's Sleeper Agent. That's the state of killer nowadays. And, you know, I don't blame the killers. It's gotten a lot worse since MMR came out. These people just don't want to deal with MMR. And I don't blame them. Yeah, GG. I do not blame killers for wanting to just have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's look at our queue. What are we looking like? What are we looking like? See, Hamburger, Shakhtar, Ortiz, Backpack. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Shakhtar and Backpack. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I need a good AR-15. That's on the wish list. That's not going to immediately happen, but that's it's going to happen sooner than later. Probably after we deal with the water filtration system, we'll deal with that. But the handguns are going to come very shortly. You know, the great thing about having never gotten in trouble with the law in my life is I don't have to worry about background checks. That's there's a good side to being a boring person. Don't have to worry about that. Let's go, baby. Now, when they come out with a social credit score in America, which might happen, then I have something to worry about, because Brother Love has a big mouth, and he doesn't always say what people want him to say. If you can imagine. Let's go, baby. It's an amazing rifle. MP15 Sport 2. Smith & Wesson MP Sport 2 review. You guys ever see that movie, The Collector? You know what I'm saying? You ever see the people under the stairs? You know? When you break into someone's house to rob them, but really they just been waiting the whole time for somebody to break into their house. Oh, that is a beautiful piece of armament right there. Oh, that's gorgeous. I like it. I like the way that looks. I'm reading some reviews on it right now. This is what the reviewer says. I really struggled to find anything at all negative about this firearm. Wow. That is a resounding endorsement. Oh, that's the kind of endorsement I like to hear, baby. Gotcha, with the firing bolt cracking. So, one of the funnest experiences I had when in my short 9 months with the military was I was a very good shot on the gun range. Even though I never had a weapon my entire life, I really took to the M16A2. I missed sharpshooter badge by 2 shots. It felt really bad. I was so close I got nervous at the end. You know how you get nervous during a test? Probably if I had used guns my whole life, I wouldn't have got nervous. But man, that's so fun. I love it. The little things come up and you shoot them and then they go back down. I love that, man. That was so fun. I can remember getting ringed out by my drill sergeant because my barrel was dirty. You told me to jump on the ground, drill sergeant. What you want me to do? You're supposed to protect your weapon. Get your brain out the wrapper. Bruh, you say get down, I get down, man. Listen, instructions unclear. Instructions unclear, drill sergeant. Too many people watch the Marine movies in boot camp. And so when they went to boot camp, they kept calling the drill sergeant sir. Oh, it made them so angry. Sir, I work for a living. That's what they would say. It's so funny. I work for a living. Oh, gosh. I do like you so much, Survivor. I got a secret for you. I really didn't want to do that anyway. Oh, they picked her up super fast. I like it. I like what's happening now. That's right. I like what's going on. Give Brother Love the business. Thank you, sir. Can I has another? And don't believe what they tell you. You will get hit in basic training if you make the drill sergeant angry. Like, I don't know where that myth came from, but they'll put a knuckle sandwich right down your throat, buddy. Oh, you're such a good little survivor. Take a seat, good little survivor. Oh, you're so good. Yeah, they actually had a place they would take recruits to beat them up. Like when I was in boot camp. I never got sent there. I bet you can imagine why. Brother Love, not a big fan of knuckle sandwiches. It's true. Not a big fan of the knuckle sandwich. That's gonna be a hard pass from me, dog. Listen, Drill Sergeant, it's simple. You tell me what to do, I do it. That's how it works. But if you can believe it, there were some people who put up a fight about stuff. How'd that miss? Come here, you. You know you want it. I don't know why you pretending. You know you want it. What? What just happened? I got juiced. This is a juicer. This team is full of juicers. Brother Love knows how to deal with juicers. We'll take care of this situation. Nobody here? What? God, I hate you. I hate you so much. You're garbage. You're bad. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. He's got dead hard, guys. Gotta be careful. He's got dead hard and it doesn't give me the hit. That's a terrible combination of events right there. It's okay that he has dead hard, but when it doesn't land the electric blast, that's bad news bears for me. They got to pick up. I need to go kick that that totem, you know what I'm saying? That totem. This girl's just gonna want to run around this pallet, right? Yep, that's what she wants. Put you on the ground. They already picked him up. Crazy. I gotta kill that totem. That totem's gonna be my demise. Blood right here. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Take my time. We're not in a rush. Really, nobody's here. Nobody. I find that hard to believe, man. I find that really hard to believe, that there's nobody there. But that's okay. I don't have to believe it. All I have to do is punch survivors in the face. That's all I have to do. Boom. Mission accomplished. Where you going, baby? Don't run, baby. It's just me and you. Put her on the ground. They do be picking these witches up quick, don't they? There you are. Get back on the ground. Okay, you're on the ground. How did this girl get picked up? Is she in the range of a totem or something? She must be. I think we're winning the war of attrition, guys. I think we're winning the war of attrition. You took a circle too big, dude. Okay, he picked her up. Good, good. Not too worried about that. Put you back on the ground. Break this pallet. You in a lot of trouble, buddy. You in a lot of trouble. Dead hard. Dead hard. I want you to sit on the ground and think about what you did a little while. I think it's safe to say that I'm a huge fan of the Shocker, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely my playstyle. Why are you running, baby? Why are you running? Why are you running? She do be zooming. They picked that dude up immediately, man. That's impressive. That means she was literally right behind me. Nah, she can have a healing perk. That's right, heal right in front of me. There's gotta be a totem over here. That's right, heal right in front of me, dude. That's brilliant. How are these people getting healed? It's got to be an unbreakable totem, right? That's what's going on. This is an unbreakable totem. That just gives me more chances to slug you guys. I like that. Keep standing up, guys. Keep standing up. I need to find this totem that keeps picking them up. One of these people is a witch. Here it is. Good, we got the totem on the ground. That's perfect. Problem is that generator has work on it. That's a problem. They still picked her up instantly? Ugh. Why are you guys trying so hard? I just want to chill. You guys make me kill you. You guys make me do the killing things. Back to the ground with you. Back to the ground. That irritates me. I am a little irritated now, not gonna lie. Scratch marks right here because what's he got to be afraid of? Found you, buddy. Yeah, I bet you wish that you could pick up right there. I bet you wish you could, but you can't. Bro, you better dead hard. You better dead hard, bro. I messed up. I tried to go through the window, but it didn't let me. We're in a bit of trouble here, guys. We're in a bit of trouble here. We need to get this guy down. Go through the window again, dude. Go through the window again. It'll be your last time. Told you. Alright, gonna run my stubby little doctor legs over here as fast as I can. I see a girl running over here. One just standing on the generator is the one I gotta worry about. Didn't know you had Dead Hard. Oh, I do remember now. My bad. I actually should have remembered that. My question is... Okay, she went for the pickup. That was my question. If I can get her down and just be me versus him, I'll be in a good spot. Like right there. Now I'm in a good spot. Yeah, now they're definitely in trouble. They are definitely in trouble now. You notice they completely healed this dude too? Like, who's this guy that he gets a complete heal from, you guys? I don't understand. Is he important or something? Why is he more important than you guys? Explain that to me. Why is this guy the most important survivor? Why is this dude the most important? GG. Enjoy the bleed out, ladies and gentlemen. I got expert in rifle and pistol. Oh, that is awesome, dude. This one's for you, Hamburger. This one's for you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. They already found a bug, though. And based upon what happened the last time that occurred, it's likely they won't be able to fix it before release. The bug is if somebody's hooked, you hit the hooked person 4 times, and then you chase a survivor. Listen, I don't know anything about coding, but people don't seem to have a high opinion of the way this game is coded. I don't know. I think it's hard for every game, right? Probably the best game in my lifetime that I've seen coded is World of Warcraft, and I don't know anything about coding. But I tell you this much, that game will play on any computer. And I love that. I love that. I think the most important thing is for your game to run smoothly on any computer. Like that's got to be up there, guys. It's just me and you, baby. It's just me and you. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves you. Yes, Jesus loves us. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me still, though I'm very weak and ill. From his shining throne on high, comes to watch me where I lie. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves you. Yes, Jesus loves us. The Bible tells us so. Shop tour? Check. Backpack build? Next build. This is for Mr. Ortiz himself. Let's see if we get any value out of this build this time, because last time the team was too good. I might need to do it on Demogorgon. Let's try that out. Backpack build on Demogorgon. So we're going to need agitation. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. We need Iron Grasp. And probably... See, the thing about the backpack build is, I think this makes it worse because people run from you. That's my personal opinion. I think if you want to down people with a backpack, you really don't need to use this. I'll use it this one more time. If I don't get any downs this game, I'm going to change it. Yeah, I'll try it this one more time. But this is for Ortiz. This is for you, buddy. Yeah, infectious. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Starstruck's not my it's definitely not my favorite. It just makes him want to run away from you, right? I agree with you 100%. In fact, I would probably use Lightborn. That's my personal preference. But this is a choose your own adventure build by Ortiz. Thank you so much. Let's have fun. I'm Big Stompy Demo Monster. That is true. Hey, Nate Dogg, what up, homie? How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I hope you're having a beautiful day, my friend. For those who don't know, Nate Dogg is the survivor version of me. He he puts a lot of pain on killers. He puts a lot of pain on killers. He's very, very good. So if you like watching killers get stomped, I cannot imagine a better person to watch than Nate Dogg. He is fantastic. But if you like games like that last Masterpiece, where the survivors all got slugged and bled out by Doctor, then you're in the right place. My goal is to make them uninstall the game, and then they will have happier lives. I'm just trying to help them meet their full potential in life and get off this game. Every time a survivor uninstalls this game, an angel gets its wings. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't listen to anything this dude says, because actions speak louder than words. Anybody that escapes games at high MMR with no perks can hardly be called a noob. Okay? You are a juicer, my friend. You are a juicer. Yeah, that's true, Ortiz. That's true. Usually only takes a split second for a good survivor to know that it's got, it's not going to work. But I can remember in a not too distant past, I was playing Freddy with this build, and I got annihilated by a team with flashlights. It was one of those teams that they all had flashlights. It was disgusting. There was much weeping and gnashing of teeth on my part. I'll tell you that much. Let's go, baby. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Gonna give you my honest opinion. I don't think this is worth defending. I'll break these two doors just to make my chases faster, and then I'm moving quickly. Yeah, this doesn't look worth it to me. You guys can have that 3-gen. I want this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Don't be that way, homie. Come on, man. Be a brother. Be a friend. Where you going? Nobody screamed. That's bad. Oh, I didn't M1. Ah, infectious fright. Why you gotta treat me so bad, baby? Oh, that's a worst case scenario. I don't think we make it. Oh, we made it! Hey, how you like that? I love it. I love it. Well, there's really no difference between these two sides now. Yeah, we are screwed. This is real bad for the Caped Crusader, ladies and gentlemen. We in a tight spot. Oh, you a chicken. Hey, chicken. No, I don't think I'm going to be leaving. I don't think I'm going to be leaving. How about I just let your friend die on hook? How about that? Is it okay if he dies on hook? You guys cool with that? Oh, let's do this. This is my favorite. What? You ruined my fun, dude. I wanted to come down here and whack them a couple times, but they ruined my fun. Yeah, we got time. I don't care. You guys can stick to gens the rest of the game. Stick to gens, guys. Stick to gens. Don't worry about these two. I got them nice and comfy now. Both of the survivors are injured. That's a good thing. Okay, they're resetting somewhere. I should be able to see him coming, right? I do believe so. Okay, they both healed. Good, good. There they are. Nah, you guys ain't got no chance. I ain't in a rush. You messed up. You messed up. You was on my time, sweetheart. Hey, infectious fright coming in handy. Run, son! Run! There's more to this game than doing generators, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if you knew that. Yeah, some lessons gotta be learned the hard way. No, it's so sad. It's so sad. Little quitter. Rest in pepperoni, son. Imagine playing the whole game and then DCing. GG easy. Good build, Ortiz. Good build. Hey, we found it. I tried to tell people that in hopes they would chase me. Nah, I saw the way that you run. Your movement's too good. Your movement's way too good. You would be the last person I would chase on the team. Thank you so much for Redemption Ortiz. I hope you enjoyed the game. It was a delight. It was a delight. Doctor with Distressing Franklins. Hamburger's a big fan of the Doctor. That's okay. I don't mind the Doctor. And Hangman Shadowborn. Well, that's interesting. Hangman Shadowborn. It seems like this is to protect me from Sabo teams. I'm going to be honest. It really needs a buff. It really needs a buff. But that's okay. Let's change our skin. Let's go, baby. Thank you, Hamburger. Greatly appreciate you. Oh, I like that, Ortiz. Ortiz picked the team doesn't know they're being face camped. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite builds. Oh, you are a man of excellent taste. I thought Hamburger liked Bubba. Hamburger changes his opinions quickly. Yep, as a wise person does. Listen, when you get facts and information, you got to be able to change your mind about stuff, man. You have to, because most people don't. You got your CNN watchers, you got your Fox News watchers, and I'm going to be honest with you, if you watch wrestling, you're way better off. Because wrestling, you know they tell you up front that it's entertainment, right? Have you guys ever seen any of the lawsuits filed against Fox News and CNN? Do you know why they're allowed to go on there and say things that are not true? Because they literally say in their response to the lawsuits, this is opinion entertainment and not factual. And anyone who watches these programs knows that. Well, that's not true, but that's how they get away with it. That's how they get away with all the lies and stuff. I tell you the truth, wrestling is more honest than politics. That is why I'm a big fan of The Undertaker. You guys like The Undertaker? Whew. When I was a young man, WCW was the bee's knees, and Ric Flair was the man. The Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, we loved him. But when The Undertaker showed up in WWF, all of a sudden I was interested in WWF. Sting came along. There was a big rivalry between Ric Flair and Sting. Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner came along. I used to love it. They used to do this move called the Frankensteiner. I used to love that. But yeah, I love The Undertaker. What a great actor. What a great actor. I love this whole gimmick. I like the gimmick. That's what they need to do in politics. Is somebody owns you in a debate, the lights go out and you hear dong, and then the lights come back on and you resurrect into the debate. That would be. Now that's the kind of politics I can get behind right there. Okay, I'm a simple man. Honey, you won't be needing that toolbox where I'm taking you. Brother Love gonna take you to a place where no amount of clapping will bring you back. You don't make that. You don't make that. You don't make that. I told you. I'm getting gin rushed. These scumbags. These scumlord gin rushers. Well, I got a trick for you guys. Hey, that's right. Kill yourself. Perfect. Why are you running? Why are you running? Honey, run all you want. I got nothing but time on my hands, baby. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Put Bill on the ground. I'll catch you later. I'm not in a rush. Brother Love's not in a rush. There's no reason to rush this thing. Baby, 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 oh. What you doing, baby? What you doing? How dare you touch my things? Villain! Scoundrel! Lay tunnel. Don't mind if I do. There you go, sweetheart. Try not to spend all that in one place now, you hear? We got lots of second stage survivors, don't we? We sure do. Bye, Bill. Bye, bye, Billiam, goodbye. Drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that we get baptized. This'll be the day we get baptized. Yeah, I can press E, Daddy. Look at me. Look at me go. I'm so skilled. Such skill. Such athleticism. And I could tell she'd never been hooked this way before. Welly, 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 well. What have we here? We got a resetting team. Hey, I see you right there. Hammer time. Let's go, baby. Where you going? Where you going? I ain't done with you yet. Baby, you'll know when I'm done with you. Because you be dead. Dead gave me the hit. Dead by Daylight likes me, guys. That's showbiz, kid. The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Brother Love. Talk about service with a smile. Well, all's well that ends well, ladies and gentlemen. Good build hamburger. Yeah, I didn't think that would work, but I was hopeful. Hamburger, you want me to let her live? Live or die, Hamburger. Live or die. What you want? Oh, she wiggled. I have to kill her. Listen, it's the rules. If the survivor wiggles, I have to kill him. I don't like it any more than you men do. I don't know why I'm craving a ham and cheese sandwich with mustard. That sounds good to me. That sounds good. I got rice and roast right now. GG. What did I do wrong? Whatever do you mean? There is a survey. You should fill it out. Dear Diary, today I faced a killer who played in a way that I do not approve. He was the most odoriferous fellow I had ever met, which is weird because I find the peasantry to be a robust, industrious sort of people. You didn't even give... You did 3 gins! What the crap are you smoking? You did 3 gins! I don't think that person was very fond of a hamburger's build. Hamburger, they're not fans, my friend. They don't like what you created. I'm just letting you know. Game mode number 3. The team does not know that they are being face camped. This is one of my favorites, so let's use one of our... Oh, yeah! Ho, ho, ho. I'm feeling the Huntress. I'm feeling the Huntress. Team doesn't know they're being face camped. That is one of Brother Love's absolute favorite game modes. So what you need for this, you need Hex Noed. You need... No Way Out. Remember Me. And this gives you really good information, so I highly recommend it. Start with... I don't really need more hatchets. The good stuff. I don't really care. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is fine. Let's go. Let's do it. Team doesn't know they're being face camped. One of my absolute favorites. If I do this right, it's going to be a lot of fun. I do be enjoying the Huntress. I haven't played her in... It feels like it's been about a week, guys. I have not played this killer in a little while. I might be a little bit rusty. Nate Dogg, did you take your survey yet? Because I gave him lots of good feedback. I told him this was the worst hockey simulator that I've ever played in my life. Yeah, I like the WCW the best because I guess they seem more raw, more real. Like, I know they came out with some kind of extreme wrestling later, but I wasn't too big a fan of that. It seemed, I'm going to be honest with you, it seemed more fake than WCW. Like, I don't know, man. When you got Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes and I don't know. I just really like those matches. I'm just a big fan of that kind of wrestling, I guess. I used to love the Starcades. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the, what's the one where they all go into the ring one at a time and the last person standing in the ring is the winner? Now, I know that sounds completely silly. But that, I like that. I really like that. I could be wrong, but I do believe there was one time that the first person who went in, and they send in like 25 wrestlers, like one every 2 minutes or something. I do believe there was one time when the first person in won it, but I can't remember. My wrestling knowledge is a little bit weak at this point. I've been watching too much boxing and MMA. I was watching Rocky Marciano versus Archie Moore yesterday. Boy, was that a fight. Whew. I have not. Well, they need you, Nate Dogg. You're top tier Survivor. Listen, this is what I said in my survey. In case you don't know, I'm a big deal. That's what I told them. This is the Brother Love. And I'm going to give you a few simple steps to turn this game back into a fun game. And I gave them my advice. I gave them both barrels. So, if they take the advice, great. If they don't, I tried my best. I told them, you guys got to quit worrying about how fair the matches are. That's not why we play DBD. We want to get in a match fast. And that's the most important part. How fast am I getting in that match? I don't want it to be fair. I want the killers. I want the best killers to face the worst survivors. I want the best survivors to face the worst killers and the fastest queue times possible. That's what I think is the winning recipe. Because then everybody feels powerful, right? Which is the way the game used to be when it first came out. Well, they've been listening to them. That's why they lost 50% of their player base this year. We are back to last year's numbers. So they managed to erase 50,000 survivors from their game in a year. It's super impressive if you think about it. I mean, could you even set out to intentionally do such a thing? I don't think so. Okay, who's my obsession? Bill. Gotta remember that. La 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 la, Izzy's a little boy I carry. Izzy's a little girl at play. I don't remember growing older. When did they? Do 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 do. Bruh, I'm beginning to think this dude doesn't want to get hit. Nah, that can't be right. Everybody wants to play, right? That's why we in the game together. We all want to have fun, right? What's up, my dude? What is up, Duderino? Duder? Oh, come on, DVD. I figured he'd wiggle that direction, but he didn't. Yeah, I'm really way behind on this character. Feels bad, man. Hey, you got me. Good job. We need to practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Hey, we got one. Good job. I only had to make 50 mistakes in between. Okay, we noticed she had a toolbox in her hand, right? I am a little bit worried about that, not gonna lie. There is a 3-gen over here if we can protect it. Yeah, she heard me coming. That's my problem. I would like to just check all these lockers real quick. Not in a rush. Take my time. Really need to protect these gens. Scratch marks right here. What the guacamole? I didn't see him go anywhere. So you reckon this person's just hovering around here or something? I kind of want to protect that gen. I'll be back. She's a sneaky one. She's right on the dang gen, man. Right on the gen. Why can't I see this person? Why can't I see her? Okay, put her in the basement. That'll be good. We have not hit our obsession a single time. Feels bad, man. My gosh, guys. Sweat a little bit harder, dudes. Just a little bit. Just a little bit harder. I plan on protecting this 3-gen and this girl in the basement, just so you guys know. So I got a good plan. Nah, we can't let her go. Nah, we can't let her go, but you guys can run like cowards, though. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good deal? I'll let you guys run.
Yeah.
There we go, that's 3. Here's Bill! Bill, where are you going, Bill? Give me some hits, baby. I need some M1s from you, sir. If and you don't mind. We're in a really good spot now. See, I got 2 Remember Me's, all 4 No Way Out. Guys, I think things are turning in our favor. Things are looking up for the Cape Crusader. You're a one-trick pony, and your trick is terrible. I would like to hit Bill 2 more times. Gonna be honest. Yep, they're over here. Oh, come on. That's the biggest window I've ever seen in my life. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why you gotta be that way? Why are you trying so hard? Let me have a taste. Just give me a taste. Just a little bit.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I love Dead by Daylight. Hey, they barely saved that dude in time. I like what you guys did there. We need to hit Bill twice. Okay, there went Homeboy. So Bill's probably behind me right now. I really just want to slug this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. Ugh. What, you think this is a game? There, you win. Hey, it's Bill! There's my last 2 stacks to remember me. Come on, Bill. Don't be that way, baby. Don't be that way, baby. I bet you don't even know you're being face camped right now. Oh, yeah. So the instant pickup. So the girl's over there too then. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. No, he has Unbreakable. There's no way they made it over here that quick. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. What you got? Brand new partner? How'd you get so much done? How did you get so much done? I'm impressed. What an industrious lot of survivors. Where you going? What you doing? That ain't no country I ever heard of. I have to look in the bushes twice because Bill's green. Well, I think we pretty much won this game, guys. I'm such a failure. How do you miss that shot, Brother Love? Embarrassing. Alright, Bill. We done. GG's. We never even made it to in-game. That's exactly what you want to see. Good game, ladies and gentlemen. Good game. I thought I heard you. Yep, we We never even made it to endgame. Feels bad, man. Power struggle? Maybe. Nope. GG's, my dudes. It's pretty solid build, guys. This is a pretty solid build, not gonna lie. I think once we got her in the basement, the tides of battle turned for us. I think they turned towards our favor at that point. Let's see. Hamburger wants a doctor anti-bully build. Okay. Sounds good to me. Somebody actually did have power struggle. Yeah, I have no idea what he was trying to say there. It's a mystery. Anti-bully doctor. Let's go. Anti-bully doctor. So we're going to need Bamboozle, Lightborn. Ugh, spelling is so hard. What goes good on Doctor? What goes good on Doctor? Bamboozle's fantastic. If I don't want to get bullied, I'm going to be honest. It's hard for me not to think of Brutal Strength and Enduring being two best in slot perks on Doctor. He's pretty fantastic. Yeah, I think this is a most excellent anti-bully build. You know what? I'll put Mad Grit here. I'll put Mad Grit. Okay, I tell you what I'll do. This is my last Doctor game of the day, so I will... I'm going to refund the Doctor package that Hamburger requested after this. And so this is our last Doctor game of the day. And we'll just play other stuff. But thank you so much, Hamburger. You're a big part of the stream, and I do appreciate you. This should be a fun game. Listen, any game of Dead by Daylight where you don't have to worry about getting bullied is a fun game of Dead by Daylight, in my opinion. Let's see. Could use a little bit of tunneling in this. So I think I'm going to use the old tunnel / proxy camp. That's a good trick. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. The Doctor is in. I just wish I was a better Doctor player. That's the problem. I don't have a problem with Doctor. I have a problem with the way I play Doctor. I don't think I'm very good at this killer. Yeah, I saw that Immortal Ops. I saw that. But he did request an anti-bully build, so that's kind of a... It's kind of a completely different thing, honestly. The only point of this build really is to make sure we don't get bullied. I like it. I like it, guys. I like the way you survivors think. You guys have a beautiful mind. I'm still looking at this AR-15. Boy, it's nice looking. What I need is a night vision scope. I'm gonna buy some bear traps. You know, I wonder if I could learn carpentry and put some metal bars on my windows. I know that sounds like it would depreciate the value of your house to put metal bars on your windows. Or, bear with me, you're somebody that cares about security and you don't want to get attacked in the middle of the night when you're most vulnerable. You got a red dot? Gotcha. With a green laser. Ooh, that sounds nice. I like the ones that have like the flashlight that'll blind the people when they come in, and then, you know, it makes things a little bit easier for you. I can remember shooting tracer rounds in the military. That was fun. I got no idea where the survivors were at because the game started me in the middle. This is no bueno. No bueno. Okay, you ran around the building. Now I know. Excellent. Excellent. We had to know where this person was. That is wonderful. This person's blood is so hard to see on this map. I hate it. I like this map, don't get me wrong. I just can't see blood on this map. It's a good map. It's a good map. She's just running in a straight line. I thought she would. Take a seat, my lovely. Brutal strength value? Yes, sir. Oh, you missed a skill check. That feels bad, man. Holy moly. These dudes are blasting generators. I wonder why I didn't see Claudette when I hit my skill. Dead by Daylight. Why didn't I get to see Claudette there? Now get your butt back on the hook where you belong. DS, of course. It's a good perk. DS is a great perk. Now we're gonna fully tunnel at this point. This point, we're 100% committed to killing this girl. %100% committed to killing her. It didn't let me hit her. Dead by Daylight, you're such a garbage game, I swear to God. Such a garbage game. You die, chick, for sure. You die. Claudette, I like the way you think, baby. Oh. Allow me to put this down. Let's finish our tunnel real quick, baby. Let's finish our tunnel real quick. Remember, she still has Dead Hard too, guys. Put you on the ground. Nah, you gotta be smart with your decisions in this game. I'm trying to be smart. Brutal strength. She's back upstairs again. Everybody's picked up. Looking bad for Brother Love. Bad for Brother Love. Yep, there goes the Dead Hard. Well, that didn't do crap, Dead by Daylight. That didn't do crap. So wonderful. Now you die. That's the worst part about the doctors, when you hit your shock and it doesn't give you value. Literally the worst. Literally the worst. Somebody thinks that they're Aaron. You are no super Aaron, sweetheart. You are no super Aaron. But nice try. Some brutal strength value, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what do you know? There's another survivor over here. Hey guys, how you doing? Where are we going, ladies? Where are we going? Oh, you want to go back to your hook? Okay, I'll take you back to your hook. Don't worry, Claudette. I got you, sister. I think we're winning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we got rid of the one survivor that thought they were good. Everything else should be pretty easy at this point. There's the guy. No, that was a girl. It's hard to tell the difference nowadays. We'll let David go. Bye, David. Take her to a hook that's not next to a generator. There you go, Claudette. Nice and comfy, Claude. Nice and comfy. Nobody screamed. Things are looking really good for us. Really good. Yeah, Brutal Strength is such a good perk on Doctor. You basically have to have it. Yeah, last time I checked, generators don't do themselves. Do you know where you're going? I don't think you do. No, Hamburger, I had to think about it, my dude. But probably not. Probably not. But you are appreciated. Like I said, it wouldn't bother me to play Doctor if I was better at him. Okay, we heard a scream, but I didn't see the image. He's below me somewhere. Where's this dude at? I didn't see the image. Let's see, where are the doors? Oh, there he is. I was gonna say where are the doors at, but it doesn't matter because we found him. There's no way he lives now. Oh my gosh. You do be running, dude. You do be booking it. Gotta say, good movement by this guy. Good movement. I just let him run through the window a couple times. I don't care. We got brutal strength. No, I don't want to run in that direction. Bye-bye, David. No, Doctor just isn't my, the problem is Doctor's a big brain killer, and Brother Love's a very simple killer. I like to chase and I like to win chases. Doctor's the kind of killer you gotta think about things a little bit, and I'm not so good at that. Yeah, I'm glad that I saw him because those doors were indefensible. It would have been pretty hard. GG. And the best news of all is we didn't get bullied. You remember when Claudette stood in front of the hook so that we couldn't hook that girl? Yeah, Mad Grit came in handy. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. No, I'm not giving any thought to it. I'm still trying to recover from the last... I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of hard. La Tigra, well, that's my specialty. I love La Tigra. Ferrari's nowhere near ready to be used yet. But Brother Love does love La Tigra. Let's go, baby. Let's see, we're gonna want Sloppy. Save the best for last. Jolt. Jolt is very excellent. Is there a new perk that really sets this off? Not really. I'm going to be honest. I think we go with Lethal Pursuer, and we throw on some good chase add-ons. There we go. This looks delightful. This looks delightful. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I'm excited about the Legion changes. Giving us a payoff for 5 hits is nice. It's not something that you'll get every game. You'll probably get it like once every 3 games. But it's nice. Against a really good team, you'll probably never get it. I mean, just to be honest with you. They would have to mess up so bad. And at that point, this is what survivors are going to do. I'm calling it now. When the team knows it's the 5th hit, they'll jump in a locker. This is exactly what's going to happen. They're not going to give you the satisfaction of landing your 5th hit. They're just going to jump in a locker. Because that's the way survivors are, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. On my deathbed, I'm going to reveal the secrets of Ferrari. It's going to be written on my tombstone, the build for Ferrari. Rest in pepperonis, brother love. I'll be clutching it in my cold dead hand. Freddy, yeah, you know what? Freddy, he does appeal to me. I think there's some possibility for Freddy. The bad thing about Freddy is my luck with Freddy is the worst luck of any of my killers. Like, I love Freddy, but for some reason, I just seem to get beat really bad on him, which to me sounds like I fundamentally don't understand something special about Freddy that other people do understand and causes me to lose. Kind of like what happened with the Plague. I used to be a really bad Plague player, and then one guy showed me one day, this is how you do it. And I need to watch a really good Freddy player, I think. I tend to either win big or lose big on Freddy. Nah, I disagree with that. Dream Pallets, they need to be made base kit because that is one of the worst add-ons, man. Ugh, I hate that add-on. Because it takes you time to set up a Dream Pallet. A good team is going to be doing generators while you're setting up a Dream Pallet. Largest map in the game. Perfect for this. Absolutely perfect for this build. I forgot the most important thing of all. I forgot Deerstalker. Look how good Lethal Pursuer is. Before we even get close to a survivor, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the nature of Dead by Daylight. Hey, you got your little flashlighty thing off. I like that. We know there's 3 survivors around here. Well, I didn't want that, but I'll take it. I didn't want it, but I'll take it. Come here. He's looking at me. He's in love, guys. He's in love. Listen, I never had a woman look at me like that in my entire life. So, you know, in that situation, he's got dead hard, right? Okay, Dwight was actually safe to hit. Maybe I should have hit him. Is there another person here already? These are some fresh scratch marks. No, I didn't think he would be here, but I was curious. So we can hit Dwight too. Okay, there's David. There's the Asian dude. Don't remember his name. No offense. I just literally don't remember his name. Blood right here. Jolt value, baby. Jolt value. We know where David and the girl are. Dude, somebody got a... What's it called? What's that thing called? I was looking at the person with object of obsession, I think. Thank you, sir. Don't mind if I do. Jump through it again. Like that. We got the pickup already. Excellent, guys. Excellent. You guys are doing good. I like what I'm seeing here. Some good teamwork. Good movement, David. I love how you walked right into it. That was my favorite part. I don't think he makes this. Yea, verily, there doth be some witchcraft going on. Let's kick this. That's mine, David. Why are you touching my stuff? Okay, the pickup happened anyway. Inside. Guys, why are you trying so hard? Relax, man. I'm not sure how that dead hard worked right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looked like I hit it and then a whole second later, dead hard took place. Am I wrong about that, guys? Is that fake news? It might be. Good movement by her. Very good movement. Good movement. Yeah, this is a good survivor. I like it. I like what I'm seeing here. How's my shred down taste, sweetheart? You guys and your boons. You silly guys. You silly gooses. You guys are booning it up, don't you know? David's behind me. Excellent. That's where I want to see him. In the rear view mirror. In the rear with the gear. What? How'd she get picked up? Is that the greatest pickup in history? It might be. Where else is she gonna go, man? Where else is she gonna go? Good pathing only gets you so far, baby. Get dunked like an Oreo cookie. Guys, have you heard about Oreo cookies? Oreo cookies are woke now. Listen, the last thing I want to hear from my Oreo cookie is what they laying down. Call me old-fashioned. I am not interested at all in that narrative. Can a cookie just be a cookie? That's the second time he had a laggy dead hard on me. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. Everybody's up again. This is going to be a long game, guys. I hope you guys like long games, because this is one right here. She ran all the way over here already. I see her scratch marks. I missed it. Got some kind of an A-team situation going on here. Do 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 do. Yeah, I remember that you had Dead Hard. I'm not stupid. Do 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 do. GG, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, that is La Tigra. Largest map in the game, 0 generators done. Get good. Oh wait, we didn't step on the survivors yet. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh. Oh. Dude, I wasn't done stepping on you yet. Hold still. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I gotta step on the survivors a little bit. What kind of a totem you guys playing with over here? I think they're using a totem that picks people up. I'm not a fan of that. In fact, that's my least favorite totem. I'm going to have to kill you guys. Let me go kick that totem real quick. I'm positive that we're dealing with a totem here. Yep. There we go. I'm not done stepping on you guys yet. Don't worry, baby. Brother Love's coming. Brother Love's coming. You want to extend the game? I'll extend it. So I love how he dead-hearted around a tree right there, but I didn't get a hit. I love that so much. I love that so much. Why can't I curve around trees Dead by Daylight? You don't love me? I'm going to shove that totem down your throat. Yeah, down your stinking throat. Bleed, son. They picked up David already? You guys are doing a good job of bleeding to death. I just want you to know that. I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing. Big, huge fan of the way you guys lose. I just want you to know that. You guys are the best losers. Well, let me ask you guys a question. Have you tried getting good? I hear it helps. Now, I don't know where this totem is. That's a problem. Picked up already. Let's put her back on the ground, guys. Gosh, it would be a shame if you guys bled out, wouldn't it? That would be an absolute shame. Because I definitely have not stepped on you guys enough yet. I definitely haven't stepped on you guys enough yet. What you got for me? Oh yeah, let's step on you a little bit. Oh, see, you're below me. I'm on a complete different level than you. Let me just put you in your place right here. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Oh yeah. Listen, when you got big stumpy claws, it feels nice and comfortable to step all over a survivor. You guys thought that you were juicers. and then you found out that you're tasters. How does that feel? Does that feel good? I bet it's a humbling experience. I want you to have a second slice of humble pie, guys. You are not on my level. There we go. Oh, man, that felt great. Hey, look, the hatch is right here. Now I'm going to sit here and watch you bleed with a smile on my face. Bleed, son. Bleed. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling you're growing inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that you just beat a bunch of tasters. It's such a good feeling to know you're in tune. It's such a happy feeling to find you're in bloom. When you wake up ready to say, I think I'll step on some survivors today. Step, step. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know you're alive. And I'll be back, Lord willing, when the day is new. And I'll have more Dead by Daylight content for you. And you'll have things you want to talk about. And I will too. Wow, this is the most pathetic team I've ever seen in my entire life. Brand new part. Prove thyself. You know what you guys proved? That you're just a bunch of tasters. Taster's choice, baby. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this build. Look at this build, guys. Oh. You know what I suggest to you guys? That you go back to the basics. Because it's obvious you don't understand how this game works. See, you do generators and then you escape. That's how this game works. Which is the complete opposite of what you guys did. You would probably be better off taking off all them perks. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't get much worse. GG's. Hey, I understand that, my brother. I hope the dentist appointment goes well. In America, dentist is scary. I hear in the rest of the world the dentist isn't as scary. We're not allowed to use a chemical to kill the roots of the pain in America. But in other countries, they are allowed to use that chemical. I can't remember what it is. Is it arsenic? I'm not sure. So, we fear the dentist in America. Alright, so Immortal Ops says, play anything except the doctor. Immortal Ops, this one's for you, buddy. What kind of big brain build can we use on Ghostface? Is there a big brain Ghostface build out there? This looks like fun. Let's just play a fun build on Ghostface. How does that sound? I like fun. I like having fun. I'm a fun guy. I'm a fun-loving individual. Let's use ye old-fashioned Pop Goes the Weasel like a grandpa. Yes, I think this is fine. This is for you, Immortal Ops. This is for you. I am not the best Ghostface in the world, but I do like to have a good time. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, it is getting towards the end of the stream, so this will probably be the last game. It's the last request anyway, so that's fantastic. It worked out perfect. And we will find a beautiful human being to raid. Somebody of renowned taste that you guys will absolutely love watching. And we will have a good day today. Hey, we streamed for 3 hours already. We're doing good, man. Like, the longer streams really take it out of me. Like when we're doing the 20 games a day, like, challenges. Oh, they're hard, man. It's hard to be on point for 20 games in a row. It really is. Especially when you're me. I'm just a terrible... You know what? I might play a pig game next. Let me be honest with you. I am kind of in the mood for AFK Pig. I might play 2 more games. Let's go, baby. I have no idea what's good, so let's just throw some stuff on. Yeah, that looks good, Yeah, movement speed, that sounds good. Ooh, I like that, and I like that. There. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hey, look at Hamburger. He redeemed the AFK Pig. You're great, Hamburger. I was going to play it anyway. I'm going to give you your points back. But I do appreciate the sentiment. Thank you so much. Don't worry. I'm going to play it anyway. I am in the mood for some AFK Pig. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and get stepped on real quick on our ghost base. And then we can move on to AFK Pig. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. When you see a Survivor play a party streamer, what they're really saying is, I'm going to need extra points because I'm going to beat you so quick this game. Woo! This is going to be rough. That is a coincidence. That is a... You know, great minds think alike. I don't know what that says about us because I have a teeny tiny little killer pea brain in there. But I'm sure it's good, whatever it is. I really enjoyed that last game. Let me be honest with you. Survivor's bleeding and me punching him in the face is like one of the greatest feelings in all of Dead by Daylight. And that was a really fun game. Really put me in a good mood. Man, that team thought they were something, didn't they? With their Prove Thyself, leaderships, brand new parts, dead hearts, object of obsessions. You guys were garbage. You're bad and you should feel bad too. You need to go back to the basics. You better hope they install killer bots in this game. Because that's the only way that team's going to win. Imagine losing with all that. Oh, that's gotta hurt. I just seen a Survivor run over here. She's on the opposite side. What? Come on, man. Don't be that way, baby. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Let's get some good pallets out of this girl. Make the rest of our game easier. That would be delightful. I'm a big fan of that idea. Why did scratch marks go in 2 different places, Dead by Daylight? Explain that to me. And then, of course, the other Asian girl just happens to be there that looks exactly the same, right? Of course. Dude, I think you're messing with the wrong person. I don't think you know who you're playing with here. You're definitely picking a fight you can't win, David. I will step on you so hard, your ancestors burn forever. That's how hard I'll step on you. So, keep it up, David. Keep it up, buddy. I'm going to send you to a place where no amount of clapping will bring you back, son. Imagine being that bad at Dead by Daylight. I can't even imagine it. They're trying to bully me, guys. You see what she wanted to do? She wanted to get that thing done real quick. Throw all the pallets for Brother Love, baby. Go down like a chump, baby. Good job, baby. Like an absolute chump. You guys picked the wrong person to play with. I don't play fair. You guys definitely got some bad decision making, is what I would call it. Some bad decision making. Let's give them something to talk about. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, you picked the right one, ladies and gentlemen. You picked the right one. Let me step on you a little bit now. Oh, yeah, this is the good stuff. Oh, get stepped on. Get stepped on, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, here we go. Woo! Oh, there's some good stuff right here. Imagine thinking that you could bully me. In what universe is that going to happen? I specialize in bully teams. Hey Claudette, what up, sister? I'll pick you up in just a second. Let me make sure these ladies die first. Yeah, that's exactly why I waited. That's exactly why I waited right there. Such a convenient, very convenient Kobe right there, wasn't it? Wasn't that the greatest Kobe you guys have ever seen? What a coincidence! I'm not sure where Claudette is, I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, there she is. Mariusz Pudzianowski? Yeah, that's the guy that won the World's Strongest Man like 3 or 4 times, right? Was it even more than that? It might have been more than that. I think he's... Is he tied for the most, or is he... It might even be like 6 or 7. I don't know. Dude was winning it non-stop, and one year he came in second, I think. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how Brother Love plays Ghostface. It's not that effective, but it's fun. Yeah, I knew one of them. I didn't remember the other one. Oh, Matteo. Oh, I was pronouncing it wrong in my head. Yeah, GG's. Let's play a AFK Pig and wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. One more beautiful game. Yep, this looks great. I'm gonna go grab my timer. Sweet Pea, what you doing for homework? Where's my other? bossing me. I'm the boss of you. Yeah, whatever. And I do love you. God bless you. And thank you so much for the follow. Death by Guppy. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope you and your family are happy and healthy. This is the last game of the stream. We choose our own adventure here. And we have had a lot of redemptions today. Makes Brother Love really happy. I love not having to think about things for myself, you know? That's why I'm a good little citizen. I just put my head down and do whatever people tell me to do. Let's go, baby. Gonna play some Diablo 2 Resurrected after this. Off stream, obviously. I am so excited. I got some consumables coming in. I need to make a phone call about that G17. What I'll probably do is I'll call my local pawn shops first and see if they happen to have a new one in. And if they don't, and they can't order them for me, then, you know. It's really not a matter of money. It's a matter of convenience. I don't want to drive an hour to get a gun. I'll drive an hour to get a Rottweiler. No problem. But I really don't want to drive an hour to get a gun. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's go, baby. The Bill Belichick cover 2 defense. I was taught this by the master. Listen, you cannot be a Super Bowl winning champion if you're not willing to watch videotape of your opponents practicing for the Super Bowl. It's just one of those things you got to do. In fact, I'll go so far as to say, if Mike Krzyzewski had watched gameplay tape of his opponents, maybe they would have done better versus the Tar Heels. Big sad, because I am a huge Duke fan. I'm going to miss that dude. Big sad. Oh, you were from the last game? Well, that's wonderful. I hope that you guys have a great day. I am the worst Ghostface player in the universe. Literally. He's one of the killers I actually don't play. But I did it to make one of my viewers happy because, you know, you guys are important to me. So I hope that you guys have a great day. I really do. I talk a lot of trash. I'm an old man, and I think I'm better than I am at the game. So that pretty sums up everything you need to know about Brother Low. PG, family-friendly stream. Let's go, baby. I'm super excited about this. This is going to be the one, guys. We're going to get 4 head pops this game. I can feel it. I got a feeling that this game's going to give me 4 pops. This game's the game. Let's go, baby. So don't feel bad for this team. I know some people are going to be like, bruh, this is such a scummy tactic. Let me tell you guys what happened. I was in the park watching people, as I am wont to do. And I noticed that these 4 individuals bought hot dogs. And they put extra relish on their hot dog. And the only thing that's going to fix this situation is if they maim themselves forever. You know what I'm saying? That's like, justice must prevail. October DVD. Ah, look at that subscription with Prime. God bless you. I'm going to say a special prayer for you, October. You are my hero. Thank you so much. Let's go, baby. Let's find a box and let's protect that box. Now, this is not AFK Pig because Bill Belichick doesn't believe in AFK Pig, okay? If they come to me, I will punch them right in the face, okay? That's my promise to you. But gosh, I appreciate you so much. Lord in heaven, bless these people that's watching the stream and help me not be an absolute scumbag because I have too much pride and I do play scummy. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you so much, guys. What you doing? What you doing? No. This is my Remember Me, too. This is my Remember Me. I don't think I get to hook her here, but I am going to protect this right here. 2 hits on the Remember Me is excellent. Excellent. Will they do a generator? That is the question. We got us an original legendary Claudette in this game. Probably a hacker because it's super rare, but I don't know. I was always told if you see a Claudette with all P3, it's probably not a original. I don't know. I got no dog in this fight. I would like to hit that girl 2 more times. That would be awesome. So, see, we win the early game, and we win the late game because of our perks. That's kind of the whole point. In melted chocolate, I have never heard such a horrible thing before, Hamburger. I am offended. I am offended for you. Now they must stick their arms in rusty implements to atone for their transgressions. I hope John isn't watching me right now, because I'm sure going to let him down. Let me tell you guys something about John. Not a big fan of me winging it on these deals, okay? He seems to think that the survivors should get a fair shot. We have a difference of philosophy, me and John. No! They're doing the things that make my little heart sad. We could have been special together, guys. We could have made history. Don't nobody want to make history anymore. Everybody wants to be a superstar. Ugh. Now I have a theory about this, and I could be wrong, guys. My theory is, if the survivors check every box except this box, I actually think they always get their headset off. I don't believe Dead by Daylight has the stones to actually sentence random survivors to death. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I choose to believe. You got 1 minute, Bill. No, my name's Amanda. You've mistaken me for somebody else. I saw what you did with the relish. Think about the poor vendor. Think about the poor vendor, Bill. No, you must pay. Oh, let's actually. Bill's the only one left, right? Yeah, let's actually chase Bill. Let's get our stack of No Way Out from Bill, and then let him die. How about that? Let's do that. That sounds good. Sounds like a good plan to me. I like it, Bill. I like what you're doing. I want my stack. Claudette, you're a scumbag. I just want you to know that. I hate you. I hate this Claudette more than any other survivor I've ever met in my entire life. I hate the type of survivor that does that. Bill, where you at, man? We still hiding around the window? What we doing? Yeah, he's sliding in and out of windows. Well, we might not get a stack off of him. Feels bad, man. He should die any second now. Feels bad, man. Hey, but Bill, at least I didn't get you, right? At least I didn't get you. Hey, look at that. How you like them apples? How do you like them apples? Well, we lose a stack of No Way Out, but I think we're going to make up with it with Remember Me. What do I look like? A pallet stun distributor or something? No, baby, you got to earn them pallet stuns. I can't just be giving them things out for free. You got to earn it. Claudette is always making sure that I see her. You guys notice that? You're not fast enough, honey. Have you tried getting good? Have you tried getting good, sweetheart? Have you tried? No, you obviously haven't. You obviously haven't tried, Claudette. You're bad and you should feel bad too. You're gonna die this game, Claudette. I just want you to know that. You will die this game. She must have dead hard, otherwise nobody would do that ever. Oh! Was you trying to bait me? Was you trying to bait me? Get good, scrub. Get good, please. Baby, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. We just need to hook number 3. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I love it. No, get in the way, please. I need a stack from you too. I'm willing to prolong this game. I like having fun just as much as the next guy. Yeah, I'm looking right at you, Claudette. No, thank you. You want some? I'll give you some. Guys, I might let Claudette bleed out. I'm going to be honest with you. We might give her the extra special. You know what I'm talking about? The extra special. Run, sister! Run! You can do it! Okay, I lied. You can't do it. Big sad. Big sad. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh. Oh, that's so embarrassing. You guys didn't even make it to end game. Oh. Oh, let me step all over Claudette real quick. Oh, yeah, there we go. Guys, don't tell John I did this. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that feels so good. Claudette thought that she was a juicer, and she found out that she was actually a taster. You're welcome, Claudette. I hope you like bleeding out for 3 minutes. And that's the stream, ladies and gentlemen. That's the, that will be the stream. Hamburger, you're doing fantastic. So are you, Immortal Ops. And we're going to find some beautiful human being to raid. Oh! Oh! Unbreakable! What? Don't break my heart. My unbreakable heart. I just don't think it understand. If you break my heart, my unbreakable heart. Here, let me step on you a little bit more because obviously you didn't understand what I was saying earlier. You're bad and you should feel bad too. Imagine having Dead Hard, a pallet, unbreakable, and you go down like chump change. Oh, that is sad. No. No. Bleed. Bleed, Claudette. I got nothing but time on my hands, ladies. Let's see who else is streaming right now. We want to throw somebody a beautiful raid. Who is streaming? We have Styles. We have DJ Fawn. Tiger Tater. Jackie Lynn is streaming. We're going to raid Jackie Lynn. We definitely want to raid her. In 2 minutes, when this Claudette slowly bleeds to death. I don't want you guys to miss a second of this. Thanks for the party streamers there, guys. I appreciate that. In the future, when you purchase a hot dog from a hot dog vendor, make sure that you pay for the extra relish, and this kind of situation can be avoided. I think she needs to go see the doctor. There's something wrong with her. You see this stuff all over? You know, there is a chance, Claudette, that the hatch could spawn right underneath you, and that you could live. There is a chance. It could happen. You just gotta believe hard enough, sweetheart. Hey, somebody loves me. Hey, sweetie, what's up? Yes, what you need, my love? You coming home? Of course I can. Okay, I love you. Drive home safe. Bye. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. We did it, guys. Let's raid Jackie Lynn. She's such a lovely person. Let me get the raid ready. Let's see if they got anything to say at the end of the game. /raid. SA_JAC. Let's get the raid ready. Gigi, let's see if they got anything to say. I do hope that you guys have a beautiful, lovely day. I really do. Not these guys. You guys. My viewers. Oof. It's a good thing you guys brought potty streamers. You're gonna... Woo. Man. Look at all them points. Great googly moogly. Bye, guys.
Escape. What? Brother! I was getting ready to raid you. The audacity. I'll play some.